Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining and watching us on stream today. Today I have James Ikeke Lovely from Valatech Technology joining. James, hello, welcome.
Hi everyone, glad to be here.
James, can you tell me just a little bit about yourself before we start talking about Valatech?
With pleasure. My name is Lovely KK. Everyone calls me James. I'm a Nigerian but based here in Europe. I've been within the financial industry for more than a decade now. I started off institutional. I've also had a retail experience with the market. And right now, what I'm doing now is building and providing amenities to set up brokerages with my vast experience in dealing and customer relationship. I believe I have a full understanding of what people are looking for. So essentially, my goal is to find a way to provide people with a 21st century technology and facilitation when it comes to trading. And I'm an accountant by profession. I'm done with my ACCA, but I find accounting not as interesting and exciting as the market. So I kind of shifted my, I wouldn't say career path, but shifted my vision towards the market. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So can you tell us a little bit about Valatech and what you do at Valatech?
Well, here at Valatech is a fintech company, and what we do here in Valatech is essentially we try to provide the market with better solutions, a full stock setup. We have several turnkey solutions as well here in Valatech in regards to data protection, in regards to anti-money laundering laws, compliance, and facilitation. And we're 80% staff team, mostly developers, and yeah, what we do here is we provide brokerage setup for small and medium owners. The world of setting up brokerages is quite complex with a lot of components, but Valatech tries to bring it all into one perspective, and make it a lot easier for the smaller institutional setups, basically. And yeah, that's essentially what we do here in Valatech.
Okay, how quickly is it to set up a brokerage?
Well, considering with Valatech, we can get your brokerage set up as long as everything is in place. We can get it set up in under 14 days. And reason why is because we use a cloud infrastructure, which is a new age technology, basically. Everything is going on cloud now, and we get you set up in under 14 days. Naturally, it will take you a couple of months to set up a brokerage. You need a lot of components, the CRM, the liquidity provider, payment system, the branding, the website, to get all these, the bridges for the APIs, to get all these formulated into one unit takes a bit of time, essentially because setup owners would have to go to different providers to get a fully functional unit, but we get it all done in-house. So it saves a lot of time. And we're talking over cloud infrastructure, so which means you've got your own server as a brokerage, as a brand, and you're not sharing server space. It's very important for security. The common platforms today, like the MT4s and the MT5s, all have shared server spaces. They're not cloud infrastructure. So essentially, this is what we provide, and it takes under 14 days to get a full brokerage setup in place.
Okay. What are your most important goals at Valatech?
Well, our goal here in Valatech is to ensure maximum production. Make sure that we give the clients not just what they want, but more. Our goal here is to build a world where the setting up of brokerages are easier. Our goal here is to ensure that we try to provide every retail trader with all the solution they would want from the brokerages we set up. We've got a proprietary platform. It's an amazing platform. And what our platform does, it brings the crypto world together with the regular fiat placement. So essentially, we've got tokenized assets, indices, stocks, forex pairs, commodities, and all the lot. And what we try to do is to, you see, the 21st century is all about cryptocurrencies, and regular trading environment doesn't take too much into consideration cryptocurrency. So we've provided an environment where business owners as well as clients are getting the best of both worlds from one place without having to go anywhere else.
Okay,
Yeah.
brilliant. And can you tell me what kind of customer support that your clients can get from Valatech?
Well, in regards to customer support, we're always there 24/7. 80% of Valatech employees are staff developers. So which means the brokerage setup will always have a full maintenance support for the websites, for the connections, the platforms, the CRM. Our customer support is top notch. In each brand created within the platforms, there's a support section where tickets can be made. Tickets take naturally between 12 to roughly 24 hours for a response. Regardless, we have a direct link as well with our brand. So just in case something pops up out of nowhere, there's always someone you can reach out to. Well, as we all know, there isn't liquidities over the weekend. Regardless, your infrastructure is not just about your liquidity. You've got to maintain every bit of it. So 24/7, round the clock, we always have customer support for our clients. Yes.
So is this support for the actual brokers, or is this support for the actual traders that are trading on the platform of your clients?
Well, the way it works more like a bridge. The retail clients get the support they need from the brokers, and the brokers themselves get the support they need from us. So we are in no way in contact with the broker's clients. The clients only have the brokerages to contact, and if it's something they can't take care of, they in turn come to us.
Okay, good. That's brilliant. So can you tell me what you think are the major innovations that Valatech can offer would solve many of the pain points for existing players?
Well, for existing players, there are a couple of challenges when it comes to this industry. Challenges in regards to their operations. Valatech does have provided solutions for that. Some of the challenges includes how they process deposits, how brokerages process deposits. Some of the up-to-date innovations from Valatech includes brokerages not having to seek for maintenance and solutions from different providers. For the fact that we provide it all in one space, it keeps your retail clients engaged at all times. Our proprietary platform here in Valatech allows clients to trade the natural assets such as forex, commodities, indices using the Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any of the fiat currencies as well. So, for example, in today's world, retail traders would be able to trade financial assets and instruments using a fiat currency, a US dollar or a euro or pound. Well, we've gone two steps further than that. What we provide essentially is the ability to be able to trade those instruments and assets using cryptocurrencies as well. Essentially, what does that mean? It means that I can open a gold trade using my dollar account, and hence I'm growing my dollar. I can also choose to convert my holdings, which is in dollar, maybe half of it, into any other holding instrument, for example, Bitcoin. And I could choose to trade gold using my Bitcoin. So I'm not growing my dollar this time around, I'm growing gold. The flexibility is immense. We are first of its kind. Basically, the first fintech setup to tokenize this instrument. So you'd be able to trade them in tokenize this instrument, talking about commodities, indices, currency pairs, and stocks. So we've been able to tokenize it in order to give the retail client the opportunity to grow anything else except a US dollar. Okay, so it's a huge change. And as well as think about it, Haroon. Imagine you've got $1,000 in your pocket right now. If you put it in a brokerage, your capital stays in the form of dollar. What if the election is going bad right now and the US dollar isn't such a strong asset to hold? So you would need options. For example, you would want to move your dollar into euro, for example. With the Valatech platform, you'd be able to do it in seconds. Let's say you want to move half of your dollar into a euro and the rest you want to switch the holding into Ethereum. Now you're able to trade the market with these holdings in euro and Ethereum, essentially growing the euro and Ethereum. So you're not limited to just holding your dollar, sitting on your dollar, trading your dollar. Yes, you're trading the market. Yes, you're doing your homework. Regardless, your capital holding is in dollar. What if dollar is not what you wish to hold? You don't have these options in the regular, I call it old school setup. Think about it. The MT4 hasn't been upgraded in more than 10, 15 years, so there are lots of limitations to what exists today, hence our proprietary platform.
Sounds very interesting. So what are the costs of your platform? How are your services priced?
Well, considering that we are keeping the smaller institutions and smaller brokerage setup, we're keeping them in mind. So for that reason, we're very, very affordable. And one of the reasons why we are extremely affordable is that you've got all the components to set up that one unit. You've got it all from one place. Essentially, you're not paying a third provider for a CRM, for example. You're not paying a third provider to give you the payment system. You're not paying a third provider for your liquidity. You're not paying a third provider for setting up your website and maintaining it. When you accumulate all this cost from different providers, it gives you quite a bit of hyped up cost to set up a brokerage. Now, we've eliminated all that by providing you every single thing from a one-stop shop, so to say. That being the case, it becomes quite not that expensive. I'd say cheaper actually to get your setup in place. Now, obviously, pricing depends on the load which the brand is, or call it traffic, which the brand is looking to bring in on board. For example, if you're going to be going with, say, 500 clients actively trading on your brand, it'd be a different load if you had 10,000 clients trading actively. So the price of setup does depend as well on the traffic and the volume load, and also the components the owner wants. For example, if the brokerage wants a copy trading system, which is something that is in high demand today amongst brokerages, because most retail traders are too busy to trade themselves. Some of them don't have the time. Some of them have tried learning to trade and it just hasn't worked out for them. That doesn't mean they should be out of the market. A copy trading system works for those kind of clients. And what happens is they're able to copy some of the best traders in the world, some of the best traders on the platform itself. And essentially, any trader that finds himself good and has the opportunity to get copied as well and earn money. So it means you've got a proprietary platform with a copy trading. And let's say, for example, Harun is a good trader. Harun has made 10 trades this week, and 8 of those trades are in profit. I mean, 80% profit from his trades. Good statistics. Harun can get another trader to request to copy him. For example, send Harun a copy request. Harun, can I copy you? Harun says yes. Harun has a performance charge from the profits he will be responsible for making for the copier. So say, for example, Harun and the copier agrees on a 20%. Essentially, once the client makes $100 profit, Harun gets $20. The idea here is that there are so many components, but what we do is this, right? We try to have everything in one package to even make it cheaper. It would cost approximately $10,000 to get a setup. Regardless, we do have schemes as well. Schemes whereby we make it much more affordable, depending on the 3 months projection of the brand, and we can, make it much more affordable for them at a lesser price, and at the same time be able to provide some sort of instrumental payment schemes as well. So we're very flexible. Our goal here is to broaden our horizon and expand. So we're able to accommodate all sorts of a payment scheme depending on what's most comfortable for the setup owner. So I'd say our pricing is more tailor-made to who's asking, basically. Yeah.
Okay, so let's assume that I've never owned a brokerage before, but I'm interested in starting up. How would I go about doing it? How can Valatech help me?
Well, Valatech would be the right place to start off with. If you've never owned a brokerage, you've never managed it, we can provide risk management as well for the owners. So basically, how do you go about it? First thing you need to do is come up with a brand name. Once you've got your brand name, we'll be getting it on the domain, ensure that it's free. And once we've got that, we'll need a company setup to place the brand on it. And once that's done, we'll start building the website. If you've got a logo or not, we can make one. And the web designer gets to work, working in uniform with the owner in regards to, people would like different colors for their websites and all that stuff. Now, once that's done, essentially, depending on the agreement as well. So let's say, for example, you're a brokerage, you want to own a brokerage, you've never had one before. You're starting with a standard for $10,000, and you can pay on start half, and once you get your key, it's called a HOTO, a handover turnover. Basically means that you've been given your final product. The rest of the instrumental payment is paid, and in between that, you've got the platform being integrated with a website. You've got the registration pages. You've got the CRM. Now, the good thing about our solution is it's all in one place. The compliance, the back office, Well, as a first-time owner, you'd need a team, minimum a team of two, and essentially there would be training. Valatech would provide an initial training in order to get used to the back end of the system, and once you've got your fully functional unit, then you start looking into other things as a brokerage owner, marketing. Your centers for call, your customer support. We have third parties that can provide you with call centers, maybe a rented call center, maybe an in-house call center setup. And yeah, as a first-time brokerage owner, all you'll have to do basically is sign the contract, sit back, and get a bit of preview as to how things look. And in under 14 days, you'd have your brokerage setup ready. Now, afterwards, you need call centers, you need people to be on the phone and get people on board your brokerage. We can build you one. And regardless of, everything is done remotely now. So we can build you one in a more cost-effective region. A lot of brokerages are moving over to places like Albania, places like Bulgaria, within Europe, places where you have affordable base salaries. Nobody wants to set up a call center in Cyprus, because essentially the base salary in Cyprus is ranging around 1,000, right? So if you are a first time,
1,000 euro.
1,000 euros, yes. So if you're a first time brokerage owner, you don't want to have 10 sales on the call. Each on the base average of 1,000. If you were to go to Albania, for example, you'd be able to get base salary as little as 150 or 200 euros. So with 1,000 of hiring one person in Cyprus, you'd be able to hire 5 in other countries. So if you're a first-time brokerage owner, we just need to sit together, talk about things, see what your budget is. Remember, the goal here is to get you started regardless of the conditions you find yourself or the situation you're in. Hence, we call our solution a more tailor-made solution. So it depends on the brokerage owner and the budget and how far he can go. We can do that together from start to finish, hand in hand.
Okay, great. So beyond the price, what's the overall value that Valatech offers to brokers?
Well, the overall value Valatech offers to brokerages to start with is having a much, much easier path to owning a brokerage. And second of all, being more attractive to today's clients, today's retail clients. Today's retail client want to be able to do everything within one space. It's more efficient to be within one space, be able to acquire your Bitcoin or Ethereum or dollar or pound or euro, be in one space, be able to trade the instruments within the financial market, be able to do your analysis, be able to copy better traders. The overall value Valatech provides for brokerage owners is a 21st century setup on our infrastructure that does much more than what you have today in regards to platforms. The overall value essentially is you have more audience, more traders. And the reason why you have more traders, like I said before, we're bringing the crypto world into the traditional world on a cloud space. which means mobile phones don't even need to download. I mean, it's such a new technology. Mobile phones don't need downloads. As you see it on your desktop, it's the same way you see it on your mobile device. And the overall value essentially we provide for the retail clients, which essentially every brokerage wants more retail clients, right? Now, the overall value essentially comes to the retail side as well. If I'm a retail trader, I don't want to get stuck with my $500, and the only way I have to switch it into euro or to switch it into crypto, considering how fast the cryptocurrencies move these days. The only way I have to do that is by stepping out of the brokerage where I am, going into an exchange, and essentially exchanging my $500. But no, the value we provide is being able to do it all from one place. So if you start up with a retail client, we're able to provide the retail client in one space the ability to do multiple things, to place market orders on pending. I'll give you an example. You've got $500. You can put a pending price and say, you know what, I want to purchase Bitcoin with my $500 when the price hits as little as 5,000, for example. You can put pending orders on your actual holding. Now, on your actual holding, obviously, we understand how pending trades work when you're in the market. I mean, for example, you want to trade gold and you want to trade gold at the price of $2,000. Yes, you can place a pending order within the market. I'm talking about pending orders with your holdings. It's quite different. It's like saying Harun has got $1,000 in his pocket. He wants to maintain it at $1,000 within his account. But as soon as Bitcoin drops by 30%, for example, let's say to a price of $6,000, $7,000, that's when Harun wants to change his $1,000 holdings into Bitcoin. You have the opportunity to do that. I mean, we're looking at the value we provide is immense. You're looking at a brokerage setup, a platform that does essentially three different things for the brokerage owner. The first thing it does is Harun, as a retail trader, can convert his holdings into multiple currencies. That's one. For example, Bitcoin goes up, Harun sells off his Bitcoin and holds cash. Bitcoin goes down, Harun buys Bitcoin at that point. Up and down, being able to use daily fluctuation, minute by minute, hour by hour, without actually risking any trades. Harun hasn't placed any trades in the market, not yet. But what he's doing right now is just converting the form of his initial holdings. That's just one thing that we provide. Now, the second thing is we provide the popular demand, which is, well, can I trade euro dollar? Can I trade a forex pair? Can I trade a commodity? Can I trade a stock? Can I trade an index? Yes, Harun can trade any one of those things with any of the holdings that he has converted to or has initially. So we're looking at exchanging your holdings. We're looking at being able to do what everybody wants to do, which is trade the financial market, watch your economic calendar, do your leading or lagging analysis, use your indicators, and trade the market. And then we have the ability, basically, the retail client has the ability to sell off his holdings at pending prices within the market. And this project is called Omar. Now, we've got three COPs, I call it, Center of Profit for brokerage owners. You've got exchanging the holdings from, remember there's a charge, obviously. There's a charge for exchanging. And the charge for exchanging, is a fixed charge, also can be dependent on the brokerage owner as well. Some brokerage owners would say, well, you know what? I want to charge 0% for converting. That's fine. Well, I want to charge 2%. I want to charge 5%. It depends on the brokerage owner. Now, you've got as well the trading aspect. The trading aspect as a brokerage owner, you're making money from the spreads. You're making money from commissions as the market does. And then you've got the pending orders as well. Harun can decide to put a pending order on his 1,000. Let's say he's got a 0.1 Bitcoin, and Harun says, you know what? I want to sell this. I want this 0.1 Bitcoin to be sold automatically once the price in the market hits $15,000 per Bitcoin. it's going to be done automatically. So you've got three centers of profit for brokerage owner, and for the retail client, you've got so much flexibility. And let's say a trader has got a bad week. I had a bad week this week. I go and search on the brokerage, the brand. I get some of the best traders, and the next week I just want to copy some traders and recover what I've lost. I mean, there are so many options. The flexibility in one space is essentially what we're all about when it comes to setup as well as operations.
Brilliant, James. Thanks a lot for
Amazing.
that.
No, it's
I
a
want
pleasure.
to ask you, so we know that businesses and especially brokerages are evolving all the time, and there isn't a single solution that may fit all of their business needs. How does Valatech ensure that they can stay in the ever-changing requirements of the industry and stay aligned throughout this whole process?
Well, Valatech, most companies usually, I tell you, 90% of companies don't need so much tech support or IT personnel. Maybe you've got a company with a size of 30 employees, 50 employees, having just one or two tech guys. Valatech is 80% stack. We're 80% tech. All we do is tech. All we do is update. All we do is be ahead in time, or at least with time. And essentially, look, I tell you what, the rest of the competition and the market are more copy paste, in the sense that a competitor, some of our competitors will provide the same template they give to Harun's brand, the same template they give to the other guy, and the same template they give to the other guy. We're more bespoke. Bespoke in the sense that you can get a lot of customization. Say, for example, I don't want that, I prefer that, that can be done. Why? Because your brand operation exists on one server. And for the fact that it exists on one server, you have that much flexibility. How do we keep to date with an ever growing world? Well, we keep up to date with that because we are 80% staff. All our employees are tech. All they do is try to be in touch. All they do is try to be updated and get upgraded. I mean, I've got clients looking for certain complexities within their brokerage, and we provide them with that as well. So that's essentially our goal, to be a 21st century platform provider, and not just stick to what was and what people have been using. That's why we are one of the first, let's say, because tokenized instruments traded in Bitcoin and Ethereum. When I say tokenized, I'm talking about tokenization. Essentially means an exact replica of the price of individual commodities, indices, stocks, and forex pairs, right? Exact replica on prices on the tokenized asset. So which means that if the price of a Google share drops, it's just about the same. The price goes up, just about the same. So what that essentially means is that we have stepped out of, I call it, an old school realm, right? Like I said, what's available right now in the market hasn't been upgraded in over 10, 15 years. You've got a terminal whereby you're trading a US dollar and you cannot convert your holdings. I mean, this is a typical example of your question you just asked me. How do we make sure that we keep on track with the changing times? Well, we are keeping on track with the changing times. We have the employee facilitation and to keep up to date in time. And having a terminal that has multiple currencies and being able to integrate a crypto brokerage, which is essentially an exchange providing the same facilitation, the same environment as would a regular brokerage. That on its own is ahead of what's in the market at this moment.
Great, James. Can you tell me, are brokerages better off going with the best of breed tool, or do you think that they are going with a full stack solution like you guys provide?
Well, the thing is, the best of breed tool, I'd say, is essentially the difference is very clear. The difference is clear because a full stack solution would save you money. A full stack solution would save you time. A full stack solution will provide you with better maintenance. A full stack solution will basically give you a more cohesive unit. Why is that? Because a full stack solution is giving you all components from one place, just like Valatech does. Now, if you're going to a different CRM provider, a different payment provider, a different website developer, if you go into these different fractions, it's definitely going to cost you much more. It's definitely going to provide some sort of unforeseen connection problems because you're having different, third providers trying to get their APIs together. The API is what connects one body to the other. Now, if you've got different brick tools providing you with separate connection, it brings unforeseen issues as well and unforeseen bugs. But when you've got a full stack solution from one place, essentially, there's a clear understanding of how all the units work because all the units are coming from one place. So definitely, clients, companies are better off going with a full stack solution. Yes.
Okay, brilliant. James, thank you so much for your time and joining me in the stream today. Thank you to Cardinal also for handling the presentation. If anyone is interested in speaking to Valatech, please go to the link that's scrolling at the bottom below. It's bit.ly/Valatech with a capital V, and you can fill in the form there and you can get in touch with James or Karen. Thank you once again so much, James, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. You're going to join me again very soon, right, to talk about more about
Valatech. I can't wait to do this again.
Brilliant. Thanks, James. Bye-bye.
Pleasure is mine. Take care. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.